Okay, so let's start today class. What we have discussed in the previous class. In the previous class, we have solved some problem based on the voltage regulation. Is it not? So we have solved some problem based on the voltage regulation. Today we are going to discuss about the transformer losses and efficiency. Okay. So what are the losses take place in transformer and how we can find out the efficiency. So just first of all share the screen and then we will continue our discussion. So today we are going to discuss about the various type of losses in transformer and how we can find out the efficiency. Okay. So transformer losses and efficiency. Transformer losses and efficiency. So first we will discuss transformer losses. Okay. Transformer losses. Transformer losses. In transformer, mainly two types of losses take place and some other types of losses may also be occur, but that should be negligible or we may maybe consider only two types of losses. So one is your core losses and second one is your ohmic losses and some other losses have also like a steel load losses and dielectric losses. Okay, so that is very small. So you maybe assume as the constant value of the steel load losses and dielectric losses given to you in numerical problem. Then you will consider, otherwise you will neglect it. Okay, so that dielectric losses and steel load losses may be given to you 1% and 2% of the power rate in all the transformer. Okay, so whatever if given in problem, then you will consider. Otherwise, it will be negligible. Okay, you are going to solve any numerical based on the transformer efficiency. Okay, so we will consider more concentration on the core loss and ohmic losses. Okay, so first one is your core losses, and next one is your ohmic losses. First one is your core losses or core loss. Okay. So core loss that is represented by P suffix C occur in the transformer iron parts that will consist of two components. Okay. This core loss takes place in the iron part and consists of two components. One is known as the hysteresis loss, and another is known as the ED current loss. Okay. So just try to decide this one and then we will continue. So the core loss that is represented by PC, the core loss represented by PC E suffix C represents the core loss. Okay. So this core loss may be represented as P suffix C. P suffix C. So P suffix C and here is this one is date is pin 7. So occurring in the transformer iron parts, occurring in the transformer iron, in the transformer iron, transformer iron. So it consists of two parts. One is known as the hysteresis losses, another is known as the eddy current losses. Okay. So consist of two parts. Consist of two part. Hysteresis loss, that is represented by P suffix H. Hysteresis loss loss that is represented by P suffix H. P suffix H, and eddy current loss that is represented by P suffix E. Okay, and eddy current loss represented by P suffix E. P suffix E. Okay. So in mathematical equation, we can just write the core loss. That means P suffix C equal to P hysteresis plus P eddy current loss. Okay. So we just write P suffix C for the core loss is equal to the summation of hysteresis loss plus eddy current loss. Is it not? So maybe represent as P suffix C, that means core loss, equal to hysteresis loss plus eddy current loss. So P suffix H, P suffix H plus P, that means P suffix E, eddy current loss. Okay. P suffix E. Okay. And experimentally, you obtain the hysteresis loss and eddy current loss in the some constant proportionality, that means kh and ke, in terms of kh and ke, and that is related to frequency and maximum flux density. Okay, so experimentally we obtain the relation between hysteresis loss and the frequency and maximum flux density. So experimentally obtain the hysteresis and eddy current loss, the hysteresis and eddy current loss that means pH equal to hysteresis loss equal to some constant proportionality kH frequency into maximum flux density to the power x. Okay, so hysteresis loss, that means pH is equal to kH, that means some constant proportionality kH frequency maximum flux density to the power x. Okay, maximum flux density to the power x. So this relation you should keep in your mind. And eddy current loss is equal to some proportionality constant Ke into frequency square into maximum flux density square. Okay. So eddy current loss P equal to eddy current loss PE equal to Ke constant proportionality into frequency square into maximum flux density. Okay. Ke frequency square, that means F square, and maximum flux density to the power square. So maximum flux density Vm square. Vm square. Okay. Where kh is the proportionality constant which depends upon the volume and quality of the core material, the unit used. Okay. So this kh depends on the volume of the volume of the core and the quality of the core material. Okay. So kh equal to, just write here, kh equal to proportionality constant. So proportionality constant dt. So kh equal to proportionality constant which depends upon the volume and quality of the core material, which depends on the volume and quality of the core material. So volume and quality of the core material. Quality of the core material. Core material and the unit used. Okay. So similarly, the Ke equal to proportionality of the eddy current, that means K equal to proportionality constant value depends upon the volume and thickness of the core material, thickness of lamination, and the unit. Okay, so the K suffix E equal to proportionality constant value depends on the volume and resistivity of the core material depends constant value depends volume and resistivity volume and resistivity of the core material okay. And similarly the BM, so BM maximum is your BM maximum flux density in the core. Okay, maximum represent the maximum flux density in the core okay, and F is your frequency, and F is your frequency of the alternating flux. Yes. So F equal to frequency of the alternating flux the value of the exponent, that means x, okay, that is known as Stephen constant, vary from 1.5 to 2.5. Okay. Either you may be more generally taken as the 1.7, so 1.7 or 1.8, but it vary from 1.5 to 2.5. Okay, so it must be kept in your mind the value of the exponent x, the value of the exponent of the exponent that means x is called a stepping constant vary from 1.5 to 2.5. Okay. Constant vary from 1.5 to 2.5. Okay. 0.5. So the total core loss can be written as, so the total core loss is given as PC equal to KEF B maximum to the power x plus KEF square BE square, is not? So total core loss, that means E suffix C is written as constant KH, that means hysteresis loss constant KH frequency plus BM maximum, frequency into BM maximum all to the power x, BM maximum to the power x, okay, plus K F square B square, okay. So x plus K F square BM square, okay. So K F square plus BM square. Okay, it is required to express the core loss in terms of voltage and frequency. Then we just write here voltage equation, that is induced EMF is equal to supply voltage, that is induced EMF is equal to how much? Induced EMF is equal to how much? That means if it is required to express core loss in terms of voltage and frequency, if it is required to express the core loss in terms of the core loss in terms of voltage and frequency, voltage and frequency, the procedure is given below. The procedure is given below the applied voltage, that means V is almost equal to the induced EMF. Okay, so we can write the applied voltage equal to the induced EMF. Have you remember the equation for the induced EMF in transformer? So the applied voltage V, the applied voltage V is almost equal to the induced EMF, is almost equal to the induced EMF. Okay, equal to the induced EMF, induced EMF. So V equal to how much? 4.44 F frequency into number of turns into flux. So flux can be written as maximum flux density into area. Okay, so maybe replace the flux by the maximum flux density into area. So V equal to 4.44 frequency number of turns maximum flux density into area. So maximum Bm into AI. That means RNA area. Okay. A suffix I. You may be written here A suffix I. So AI. Okay. Where AI is the net core area and N is the number of turns. Where AI is the net core area equal to net core area and N is the number of turns. N is the number of turns substitution of the value of Bm gives hysteresis loss. If you put the Bm on this equation, okay, so Bm equal to V by this one. Okay, so maybe write down the hysteresis equation in terms of voltage and frequency. Okay, so substitution of value of Bm, gives hysteresis loss. So what is the equation of hysteresis loss? KEF Bm to the power x. Okay, so substitution of the value of Bm, substitution of the value of Bm, of the value of Bm gives the hysteresis loss. That means Pm gives the hysteresis loss as pH equal to KH into 1 by 4.44. So we take this side. So Pm equal to how much? V by this one. So we just write down B 1 by 4.44 4.44 number of turns into AI. AI. So number of turns into AI. Okay. Number of turns into AI into whole to the power x whole to the power x v by f whole to the power x. So v by f whole to the power x. So v by f whole to the power x. Whole to the power x. So we can say that from this equation, hysteresis loss depends on the supply voltage and the frequency. Okay, so depends on the supply voltage and frequency. So thus the hysteresis loss, loss depends on applied voltage. Depends on applied voltage. Applied voltage and its frequency. Okay. And its frequency. Frequency. Okay. Similarly, the eddy current P given by, just put their value Vm in equation for the eddy current loss. So the eddy current loss P is given as the eddy current loss that means P is equal to how much? P equal to Ke, some constant, that is constant Ke into 1 by 4.44 1 by 4.44, 4.44 number of turns into AI, number of turns into AI 1 to the power 2 into V by F 1 to the power 2 into V by F into V by F 1 to the power 2. Okay. 1 to the power 2. So for any transformer, number of turns and area, core area constant. Okay. So this one is almost constant. That means only proportional to the V square. Okay. So only proportional to the V square. So FF will be cancelled on this side now. Okay. So it's directly proportional to the only K V square. Okay. K V square. So from here, F square is already here. So this F square and F square is cancelled out. So already here F square is not. So this F square and F square is cancelled to each other. So only remaining is the some constant that is equal to Ke. Okay. Ke into V square. Okay. Into V square. V square. So we can say that the ED current loss is proportional to the square of the voltage. Okay, it only depends on the square voltage. Okay, so the total core loss PC in terms of voltage and frequency can be written as, so the total core loss that means P suffix C is equal to KH into voltage to the power x, so voltage to the power x, and frequency to the power 1 minus x. Okay. And frequency to the power 1 minus x, 1 minus x into plus Ke constant Ke into V square. Okay, so Ke into V square. So V square. So this is the core loss equation, or hysteresis loss and ED loss converted into the voltage and frequency. Okay, that means core loss equal to K V voltage to the power x 1 minus x plus K V square. Okay. X value you may be taken as 1.5 to 2.5 or maybe provided in the numerical problem. Okay, so you maybe solve some problem based on this one. Some other losses take place in the transformer, that means ohmic losses. So part 2 is your ohmic losses. Okay, so ohmic losses take place in the transformer winding of primary and secondary winding of the transformer. Okay, so just ohmic losses, loss. Okay. So this loss take place in the transformer primary and secondary winding. Okay. So just we stop here. That means ohmic losses is I square R of the transformer primary and secondary winding. R is the resistance of the primary and secondary winding. So you may be calculated from this relation I square R. Okay. Ohmic losses. And stray load losses always take place due to the leakage of field present in the transformer. That's why the induced eddy current in the conductor, tank, channel, and volt, etc. So the eddy current loss gives rise to the stray load losses. Okay. So gives rise to the stray load losses. So these are basic losses. That means core loss, ohmic losses, and stray losses. And stray losses may be considered if you given in problem. Otherwise, you may be neglected or some constant value taken as 1% of the rated power rating of the transformer. That is mentioned in your problem. Doesn't matter. Okay. So just we stop here today, and the next class we will continue from this point how we can find the efficiency of the transformer.